the way last season ended with the playoff loss to the Browns, how much is that something that weighed on you guys after the season and had fuel this week going into this game?
Yeah, I think we'll be excited to play them just because rivalry and just because they're a team that knocked us out of the playoffs. So it's always fun playing them, and maybe even a little more so this week.
Do you get a sense that guys are extra fired up, or is that a talking point at all? Used among you guys in the locker room, but if it's not in a meeting room?
It might just be because of the bye week that we have more energy and more fun, or it's because we're playing the Browns. But either way, we're having more fun out there.
As a young guy who likes to have fun on social media, are they one of the fan bases you hear from the most?
Yeah, I mean, I hear from every fan base, I feel like. But any rivalry, Ravens, Browns, Bengals.
Chase, we talked to Ike last week, and you mentioned the need to get more splash plays collectively and from you specifically. Have you had many conversations with him about that, and where will those come from?
Yeah, just in the scheme, in our offensive play calls, in my playmaking, the combination of those three, how the defense is playing. Sometimes the defense doesn't let us do a splash play. So as long as we get the right look, we'll go make plays.
How do you feel about your first 6 games?
Good. There's room to improve.
What were things that you focused on during the bye week, things that you just felt like you needed to clean up yourself? Was there anything that you looked at?
Just getting healthy, watching film. Nothing too crazy.
There were some plays where you got moved around a little bit and you were able to get some different matchups and different looks. Is that something you enjoy doing, and do you think maybe you could get some of those big plays started that you're talking about?
Yeah, I think we can get a lot of mismatches if we move me around, and I think they've been doing that. So I think it's good. Makes the defense work a little harder. It doesn't make it so easy for them if they know I'm going to be every play.
You know, one of the big points of emphasis for the Browns this offseason was to kind of remake their back end. How different does the secondary look so far this year compared to the 3 games you played them last year?
Yeah, they picked up a few guys, so they definitely have a lot of playmakers back there. And then obviously they have the edge rushers and the defensive front. So their defense is going to be really solid, and that's going to be a big challenge for us. But I think that's why we're practicing so hard, to be ready for that.
How about moving around? 2 weeks ago especially, you made the 2 big plays, a touchdown and a big play from the slot. That's something different than you like running out of there?
Yeah. I like playing all positions, but especially being able to play multiple positions in the same game. I don't like being in the same position all game.
How much can Juju still help you, even if he's not on the field? What can you still change from him while he's still in rehab?
Yeah, I have to play his position a little bit in the slot, so he gives me tips and tricks and pointers during practice, and then probably in the game too. He'll tell me a little bit what to do.
Chase, why do you think it is you like playing multiple positions and tricks?
I just feel like you can manipulate a defense. You can put a linebacker on me, or if you have a corner, then there's a linebacker covering one wide receiver. So either way, it's either safety, linebacker, some type of mismatch somewhere. So if you put me inside, it's a mismatch.
That could lead to big plays.
Yeah.
And the mismatches come two different ways. You can either outsize somebody from the outside,
Yeah.
out-strengthen
Yeah.
output them in the middle.
Exactly. Yes.
How much did you play inside at Notre Dame?
I played probably 25. I started my sophomore year, my first year starting. I was a slot, so that whole year I played slot.
What do you guys say about what the Cleveland fan base is like when you're in the stadiums? Last year it was mostly empty stadiums. You go there week 17, still not the same effect. How do you prepare for a crowd like that?
Yeah, I think it was 20. They had 25%, so I got a little feel of how they were, and they were super loud. They were passionate, so it'll be a fun environment. It'll be much like the Bills, I feel like.
Pretty friendly and encouraging.
Yes, good fun there.
You mentioned it being a rivalry kind of right off the bat. But many of the years before you were here, it wasn't exactly that, because the 2 organizations were going different directions. Do you feel like that grew last year, just seeing them 3 times, playing them in the playoffs, everything like that?
For sure. I think they're a Super Bowl contending team. And I think we know that. So I think it'll be a good couple of games coming up.
So you scored a lot of TDs last year that haven't come regularly this year. Is that impacting you at all?
Oh, no, I don't mind how many touchdowns I score. I just want to get the most for that guy who bet on me. But other than that, as long as we get dubs, I'm good.
Because, oh my goodness, like I always tell everybody, the team meetings, everything, he just knows how to just carry yourself, be a man, address things, address issues, shut stuff down, and like that's just another reason I was watching that interview just smiling from ear to ear, like, look at Coach handling business.
Real quick, guys, can we back up a little bit because these guys are trying to set up and everybody's still in their view.
Do you think the rest of the team got a spring in their step from that?
I think so. I think when your coach just carries himself like that and he's just a leader of men, he does everything the right way. I just love Coach Tomlin and everything he stands for, and that's just another reason right there.
Is that what that tweet was about last night when you're like, I would run through a wall for this
That was
guy?
exactly what it was about. As soon as I saw that, I was just looking, I smiled, my wife. It's just his passion and just knowing that he says we're football players, this is what we do, this is not who we are. And he means it. So, I mean, everything Coach T does, he's a great example, and I love to do, honestly.
Joe, how frustrating was it to miss that playoff game last year against Cleveland? And were you able to, physically able to play?
I was physically good to go, but I had COVID, so I didn't have any symptoms. So it was tough to just be in the basement, healthy, ready to go and can't play. So I'm really, really looking forward to getting back out there, helping out the team. I like playing against Cleveland.
Joe, Mike made a difference. Do you feel you could have made a difference?
The way the game was going, I don't know. Still, it was looking crazy. But I just know when I'm out there, I feel like I'm always gonna be able to help the team out. I couldn't say we would have won or lost, or I would have changed it. But I just feel like my presence helps out.
Mike said yesterday it doesn't matter which quarterback starts for Cleveland; they just run their offense. There's got to be some differences, aren't there?
I like Baker Mayfield. I think he's a little better than Case Keenum. I think he has a little more arm strength. But besides that, they're a really run-heavy first team. Their offensive line is unreal, and then their running backs behind them are amazing. They've been doing it a really long time they've been running the ball really well for a while now. So the key thing to stopping the Browns is not just stopping Baker, to standing back there, dropping back the pass, winning first and second down, putting them in third and long possessions. But they don't get in those possessions because they can run the ball so well on first and second. So I think our biggest thing is just making sure we can stop the run and hopefully get them into the pass where TJ and those boys can get after them.
What kind of pressure does that put on the guys on the boundaries when a team has a 50-50 run-pass ratio like that, where okay, this guy's running routes all day long on me, and then all of a sudden they take that shot?
Yeah. I think it's just really, really disciplined eyes, unless the receivers are crack blocking or start blocking you, what I'm saying? Our main goal is to make sure they don't get over our heads. So the front eight is going to be able to handle that, but just making sure it's eyes and keys.
Given the way that the playoff game ended and that you weren't able to play, how much does that fuel you or add to the magnitude of this rivalry going into Sunday?
Yeah, it does, but it's just, playing against just Cleveland and Pittsburgh. That's just what it is. Ever since I got into the league, I've known they do not like each other, and it's just a strong rivalry. And them beating us in the playoffs last year just brings a little more added to it. I played for them, didn't get to play in the game, so want to get out there and play, So it just, it's another game, but just being a division game, playing against Cleveland, being that, they're very, very relevant. We're really good teams in the AFC division, so we got to be locked in.
Do you remember what it was going through your mind, just watching that game and seeing them, like you said, become relevant and kind of turn that corner after how long you were in the organization they were struggling?
It was tough to watch, to see my boys get beat like that, but it's games of momentum, and we'll switch it up this week.
Joe, I think you had 5 years here, 7 years there. Do you still have any ties or emotions attached with Cleveland?
Oh, with friends, the Cavaliers, that's one of my biggest things. They look out. Dan Gilbert was still, for sure. They really, really good dude. Dan Gilbert took care of me, gave me floor seats to the games, and still, if I come up there, he looks out. So I have a really good bond with the fans, their community. I was in the community a lot. So it is what it is. But football is football. We got to handle business.
Have you ever talked to Ben about whenever he was going against you? You guys have kind of battles and things.
Oh yeah, Coach Tomlin and Ben would tell me, I was one of the spotlight guys. He said on Wednesday we'll come in and you'll be on the big screen in the team meeting. So it feels good to know that they were talking about me here. So now when I'm here, I'm watching, seeing who they're talking about in Cleveland, Denzel Ward, those guys, and just knowing that, Joe, that was you up on this board.
Do you think their players felt overlooked by you guys last year? I think they were wearing some shirts with a quote from Juju on it. Like
I think players, anything inside motivation to get yourself up for a game, at the end of the day, we're going to go out there and play as hard as we can regardless of who it is, and I feel like they're going to do the same thing. But you'll want to try to give yourself any little extra edge, you know what I'm saying, if you feel like they're trying to little brother you or something like that. But I don't think that's the case anymore. I think they're a quality opponent. We feel the same way. We know it's going to be a battle.
So Joe, do you use that playoff game as a little edge in getting ready for this week?
I don't. I didn't play, but I just look at it like you don't want to go out and lose against an AFC opponent. So, you know, just try to lock in.
In your eyes, how has the rivalry changed with Cleveland becoming a more regular contender?
That's exactly why. You know, just because they are very, very talented. All of the players there. It's more structured. They have a really good head coach that's been there consistently. They have a quarterback. They have Baker Mayfield. He's been there for a couple of years now. So it's not too much turnaround. I think when I was there, that was the main thing. Different quarterbacks, different coaches, different staff. They've been rocking with the same staff now for a little bit longer. I think Stefanski's becoming comfortable. They like Baker. The offensive line, they've been able to build. They had a good defense since I was there. So I think everything's just finally coming to fruition for them.
Joe, do you think, one thing back to Mike's comment yesterday about being a Steeler, do you think the younger guys appreciate that, knowing that, you know, they probably really don't know any other coach, so
I think
they appreciate that?
I don't know if all of them do. I don't think they understand completely when you get drafted to Pittsburgh what you're in. Because when I got here, you know, I already was somewhere else. So just seeing it, you know what I'm saying, if you don't know nothing different, you think this is just the way it is. But it's really not. So I think, like, even James Pierre today, he was like, man, I'm a Steeler. Just said it out of nowhere. I'm standing on the sideline. I'm like, hell yeah, you are. And then we just chilling. But, like, he's just like, man, look, I'm out here with Joe. Like, just excited. So I know there's some dudes that feel that. And that's what I love. That just makes me happy. I just love stuff
James
like that.
Pretty quiet guy, too, right?
Yeah.
For him to say that.
Oh, yeah. He's quiet around you guys. He's loud in the room.
Two more.
Against Seattle, Cam Hayward had another big game. I mean, what can you say about just him still playing at this high of a level? And it's advanced part of his career. Guys going down on the D line, and he's still holding it down somehow every week.
He is. He's a constant professional. He takes care of his body in amazing ways. He just does everything the right way. You know, he's nothing that you would want him to be on. Everybody want him to be on this team, and especially just the leadership and then his production. Like, we wouldn't be talking about Cam as much as we do if he wasn't producing on the field, and he does all of that at the same time being just a great leader. So it goes without saying we appreciate everything he does.
Hey, Joe, you were probably the first guy to announce Chase Claypool was going to be a problem last year.
Yes.
Numbers aren't there for him so far this year. What are you seeing out of him out here, and what do you expect?
I expect him to still continue to get better and better. I think that we're going to be able to hopefully connect on some more of those deep ball shots, you know. I think we're doing a good job now just getting that run game started, you know. So once we get the run game going, and I think that we're going to have single high coverages, we're going to be able to take more shots deep with Chase. So I think Chase is going to be fine.